You muted.
You're muted.
This is off to a great start.
I'll also admit I accidentally cut the scene
Good
early
evening
as well.
or morning if you're.
So
Oh yeah, this is gonna go real well today, folks. Welcome to another episode of Chronicles of Ghaistala, presented by Crit Test Dummies. If you are new to us, we are running a short campaign based out of the work Supers and Sorcery. It's a source book by Daylight Publications, available on drivethrurpg.com. It kind of is a mix of traditional fantasy stuff with superhero tropes shoved in there as well. So go check that out. Playing with us today, just give us a quick and who you are and who you'll be playing. Start, Chris.
I'm playing Shah-Raw, a mysterious, shady rogue.
Nice. And going around the map there, Alex.
I'm playing Echo, Goliath Barbarian, and I'm trying not to get us killed this time.
This time. Next time. Patrick.
I forgot my subclass.
It says it in the...
And you're level 2. Subclass is important.
Yeah, I'm playing Abby the something druid.
Circle of the Mark.
Circle of the Mark druid. Yeah. There's a bit of fruit.
Nice. And last but not least, Luke.
It is I. I'm Henry Kinnevar. I'm playing a Warlock Hexblade. Yeah.
There you go. It's been a few weeks. And I'm Peter. I am your GM, as always, for this little misadventure.
It's a GM.
DM, we're not in a dungeon right now, so GM felt better. I don't know. The general manager of this group of assholes.
I'm the General Motors of this of the stream.
Anyways, last week, our quartet was trying to double cross Jumal Asha, the head of Asha Mining Corporation, and prove their trustworthiness to the burgeoning workers union in this little mining town by breaking into his secret office and looking for evidence of corruption, things that they could blackmail him with, get a little leverage in negotiations. Yep. Okay. So I've been told I'm cutting in and out. I'm on hotel Wi-Fi. We'll do the best we can today.
It works now. It was like earlier a little bit sometimes.
Okay. Well, if I cut out a bit, let me know and we'll. Anyway, so as you're investigating, womp. It's going to happen off and on. If you miss something important, let me know and I'll repeat it. Otherwise, we'll just make the best of it we can. In their investigation, found evidence of your internet connection is unstable. Thank you, Zoom. I fucking know that. In the investigation, they found evidence of an auction of these mysterious black crystals that some of you have gotten powers from, and there are evidence of more in the bottom of this mine. With buyers listed just by acronyms or nicknames, SP&D, CEN, Horizon, and SS, with SP&D marked as the winners. Among that, you also found a journal by Domal Asha with notes on these crystals and how he might profit from them and how they might be helpful to a her that is otherwise unmentioned. In the middle of this, you're found snooping by aforementioned Domal Asha. Try to bluff him by turning into the butler at 3 a.m. in his secret office. That went about as well as you expect. All of you were knocked out and awoke in a mountain pass.
We also know the name of Domal Asha's female companion of sorts, right?
Yes, he does have a wife, though very little is known about her. She's not talked about very openly, and none of you have ever actually seen her before. So there's a suspicion that that's the her, but no confirmation. Anyways, you wake up in a mountain pass in the gray rise with a note thanking you for your help in finding the head of the union and setting another task for you to go fetch Professor Larissa Posen from Beacon, the main metropolitan city of this world, giving you 4 weeks to do so. Along with the note is just 3 names. Olivier, the head of the union. Winnie, the nobled head of the company store that befriended most of you, as well as Matilda, the mother of Henry Kennebar. Y'all decided, screw that, and started heading back towards the mining town. And that is where we're picking up after a long rest. If you have not taken that long rest yet, please do so. Remember that if you've spent both of your hit dice the last session, you only get 1 of them back. Additional rules, reminder for you all and people watching for home. Supers and Sorcery has a couple of additional optional rules to make you feel a little bit more like a superhero. Number 1 is you can spend your hit dice to augment rolls. There's once per roll, but that's attack rolls, saving throws, damage rolls. You need to hit a little bit harder or make sure you hit or make sure you dodge. You can have your heroic moment to try and do that. You can also spend inspiration in addition to that whole gaining an advantage on a roll can be used for other things there as well. You can also take a level of exhaustion, exert yourself a little bit more to add 5 to any stat for 3 rounds. Or you take a level of exhaustion, or you gain advantage on all attacks for 3 rounds at the cost of a level of exhaustion at the end of it. So make sure you take long rest, take back your 1 hit dice for that long rest. As you wake up in the gray rise, the mountain pass, foggy in the morning light. You, from your watch before, know that you have some company with some sort of flying creatures nearby that were interested in you, but seem to have decided to leave you be for now. You know from your scouting, aerial scouting by Sphinx Form Ebby last time, that you're a good half day away from the nearest town, which you're fairly certain is the mining company. Cool autumn morning. What would you like to do?
Hey guys, how's breakfast? I've been thinking we're gonna have a long trip ahead of us, and it might be quicker if we could all go atop some mounts and fly or like traverse the distance faster, right?
If you have any
That would
suggestions.
be really cool.
Yeah, do you have the mounts hidden in that jacket of yours?
No, but remember those 2 flying creatures that were following us earlier? I could maybe try to talk to them or try to like say hello.
I think I actually saw them during my night watch. They're not too far away from our camp.
Are they still there?
They're wild creatures, aren't they?
Wow.
Seem to be wild.
I mean, I'm gonna keep my distance when you decide to, I don't know.
That's fair. I mean, I was gonna suggest going there on my own and ease them into the picture. I don't know. Maybe they're completely monstrosities and they cannot be reasoned with. But we don't know what they are, right? But maybe we can have a look.
You have a hand for wild animals, right?
Yeah, I am one. So it would appear.
Thing is, if they do turn out to be hostile, it would be unwise for you to be there by yourself, no?
Do you need a bodyguard? I can come with you.
Yeah, but don't look so intimidating. Maybe.
I'll just keep my distance. I'll hide behind a tree or something.
Yeah, right. Find a tree big
You
enough.
say that looking around, there are no trees.
Okay.
There's like low shrubs. What trees are there are like tiny spindly things that your hulking Goliath form.
It's gonna sneak holding
Yeah.
a twig in front of his face, like.
Mm-hmm.
Can we still see
Like the little
the
kid.
creatures?
You can't see me. Make a perception check for me, please.
Okay.
At disadvantage. In the foggy morning.
So
Can I make
Abby,
one too?
Yeah, sure.
do you know of any like poses you could take to make animals a lot less threatened of you or something? You know what I mean? Like a position.
14 and a 10. Echo, you don't see them at all. There's just, wow, there's a lot of rocks around here. Evie, you catch what looks like just to be some shadows moving in the sky, still a fair distance away, partially obscured by the low mist of the morning. Back east. You guys were heading west towards the town. They're back east a ways.
I think it's worth the shot. If one or two of us go there and try to approach it, I don't know.
I'm not good with animals. You should ask my bird. I don't think he likes me.
Oh yeah, where's your bird?
You don't know. Was not with you when you woke up.
Yeah, I don't know where he is, to be honest. I hope he's safe.
I hope my cat didn't eat it.
Sorry?
Nothing, never mind.
You think you'd be better off alone, going there alone, or do you want me to accompany you? I think I'm alright with animals since I
don't know.
come from a family of elk herders, but up to
It
you.
looks
You
like
could-
they're still up in the clouds, so I'm not sure if you can even come with me.
wait, why don't you just fly there and try to talk to them?
Yeah, I hope that works. If not, good luck on the thing, I suppose. Yeah, I'll just go there. And
Alright. So you're going Sphinx?
Hang on.
Okay.
Maybe we should, like, kind of stick together in case something bad happens.
how far away were the two creatures?
Hard to tell through the mist, anywhere from 200 to 500 yards.
Maybe you keep like half distance from the camp to me, so you can still see me. Or something
How
like
should
that.
I approach them? Like with my hands up, or should I like?
I mean, as long as you stay on the ground, I don't think you're much of a threat to them if they are far away.
I'll keep my crossbow handy.
Yeah, that to my Eldritch Blast. I'm kidding. Yeah, I guess I'll just stay close-ish on the ground.
Me too.
Okay. So, Rebby, as you shift into your Sphinx form, and what resistance do you have up right now?
Fire.
Fire.
And I always have psychic.
Okay. So as you shift into your Sphinx form, the kind of
I like
feathers.
this question very much.
It was just for flavor. The feathers that adorn the front paws of your Sphinx-like form that run up have gone from this kind of almost blue-white that you had seen previously to almost this ombre between orange and red as it goes up, and before disappearing towards your tawny fur of your Sphinx. As you jump and start flapping your wings that have also taken on this ombre color up into the air, you very quickly break through the mist and see about 300 yards away, a little less than 300 meters, two hippogriffs. As you break into the morning light, you can see them more clearly, that seem to be circling searching for something.
I would like to land closest. Can I land somewhere?
Yeah.
While still be close to them and say in their minds, say, "Hey, what you looking for?"
Okay. Can you make an animal handling check, please?
Can do. It's not great.
14.
14.
You land and you say this psychically in their mind with your telepathic Kalistar abilities. And you see them both kind of turn to look at you and kind of cock their heads sideways as they circle down and land nearby. They're a good 30, 40 feet off and just looking at you. And they start to slowly separate and walk towards either side. Their heads still turned curiously.
Just keep walking like this.
I mean you no harm.
Make a nature check for me, please.
Nature. I only have +1. It's a 10.
Or Arcana. That's a better for you. We'll take the 9, but Arcana is better.
It's the same.
Same. Okay, so 10. You don't know specifically about these creatures, but you know they're in that kind of family of sphinx four-legged winged creatures, and there is a vast range of intelligences among them. You're not entirely sure where these land, from animalistic to human or better intelligence.
Is that referring to like if they can understand me or not?
Mm-hmm. You're not sure whether you're essentially talking to a wild animal or something that could converse with you.
Then as an action, I'll try to make them reply. Not sure if that works because it doesn't say anything about it. But if I'm guessing the threshold is 4 or something, if they are sentient or not.
Yeah. They look at you. Like eagle crow from one of them. They're not stepping closer to you. They seem to be more curious than anything else.
I crouch down on the ground slowly and I transform into Abby as slow as I can possibly.
They both freeze and just stare.
And I'll say again, like I mean you no harm, and I try to approach as like this Harry Potter moment, and try to I bow. Yeah, and then I guess
make a animal handling check with advantage. Oh shit, 23.
And do another.
Yep. 23 again, 2 18s. So 2 23s. You bow to this creature, and it just looks at you, and there's this almost very slight head tilt of their head.
Can I see if I have any more of the berries?
Mm-hmm.
I don't actually remember how many I have. Maybe I might only have 1.
I think you gave all of them away. You had 1, and then they used that to revive you after the whole walking plant monster incident.
Let's say I re-upped before going to bed.
Sure, I'll let that slide this time. Yeah, that's fine.
Can I offer them some of them granolas?
Absolutely. Sure. Make a dexterity saving throw with advantage after that animal handling check.
A dex save, you say?
Yes, please.
Oh, that was so close to a net 20.
Oh.
Oh.
With advantage to 10. Yep. It takes the berry out of your hand. It's a rather large beak. It moved rather quickly. Oh. I roll full damage for that because of course I do. And it just gashes through your hand and almost even up to your arm. You get the sense it was completely on accident. It's just big and has a sharp beak. 13 points of slashing damage.
I'm dead.
Oh, for God's sake, Peter, stop this.
I have 13 max HP. We're level 2.
The others that were following close behind.
I was at a
this
distance.
weird moment.
I definitely was at a distance.
Yep. You'll have a chance to come up here in a second. But as you come up closer, you hear this. Abby, do you make any sound or anything when this happens before you?
I don't think so.
Okay. There's this moment where the hippogriff takes the berries from the hand greedily and hungrily. They were searching for food. And just kind of gets into like the wrist and arm. And you just look down and just see the blood start. And you just pass out without a word. Those of you that were following close behind enough to see, you see the two hippogriffs that just kind of, one just took the food and both of them. If you've ever seen a dog like accidentally hurt you while you're playing and that moment of realization and, oh, shoot, sorry, what do we do now? That's what you're seeing on these animals' faces right now.
I chuckle to myself.
The one over you starts like pushing you with one of its front claws. Like, you okay? You okay? You okay?
Is that a stabilization check on their part?
Yeah, sure. Why not? We'll give the hippogriffs a stabilization check with disadvantage because they're fucking hippogriffs. Yeah, no.
They made it worse.
2 20s.
Oh God. Yeah, no, they don't succeed in stabilizing you by poking them with with their razor sharp claws. But they're both now like circling around you. Like, what is this creature that just fed us and passed out?
I can just start
rest of you.
Abby with my hands up.
Yep.
To signal them that I'm not.
Okay, I need 2 things to happen. Abby, make a death saving throw, please. Henry, make an animal handling check as the 2 hippogriffs that have now seen Abby as a potential source of food, and I mean that in a good way, not like eating Abby, see you running up and circle around her to stand between you and Abby.
Success.
I'm just gonna be like, easy. I'm trying to help. Mm-hmm. Animal handling. Oh, this is gonna be good. Not. Oh,
Not bad.
18! You rolled a 19. Beautiful. 2 of them just see you running up, hands up, non-threateningly, and they're very confused creatures at this point. This has been an odd morning. And they will just kind of hop to the side and let you come up to Abby, but they're both like very close to you and like wondering what you're doing.
I'm gonna throw each of them one of my rations that I have with me.
They don't touch the ground. They're both mid-air.
And I'm gonna try to, did they ate all of the good berries, right?
Yes.
Or does she have any on her left?
You have no idea. You do not know if she has more granola or not.
I'll try stabilizing.
I mean, I could just poison them.
Easy enough.
Make a medicine check, please.
0.
With a 1 minus 1.
I think I need to make 2 more. I have to make one every 6 seconds, right?
I know. We're playing a little loose with the timing of the actions and everything else here. I'm trying to not have you die from a random hippogriff eating a berry out of your hand.
Yeah,
So
but
that
you don't
would be
have to
hilarious
bend the rules
as
for
hell.
that.
I'm just trying to put pressure on her hand, and I'm completely confused.
I'm like right behind Henry, so I could also try to stabilize her.
Help!
Oh,
Is that alright?
Yeah, you start like trying to bind the
Okay.
wounds, and they open a bit more. Make a medicine check as please.
Yes.
Go for it. I think
Victor,
my
your video has
internet's
frozen
going.
in a very
Okay, now it's back.
comical position.
Dang it.
6.
We are good at this.
Ebby, death saving throw, please, as the two minor brothers are just almost making this worse. Success! 2 successes. That's good.
I wish I was a cleric.
And they make like a perception check if the open pouch where I got the granola out from is like, or like, can they smell the granola or something?
Yeah, it would be
Because
the next thing. Try to find.
Not with their passives.
okay,
If they want to intentionally do something, sure.
Yeah, I would. That would be a next thing to actively search.
Yeah. Your passive investigation, Henry, is high enough that you know where she keeps them because she's given them to you before you look. Yeah, there's a granola bar left.
And maybe she would, since I told them before the last rest that one is enough for the entire day, so I would have fed the griffins, not to overfeed them, only one if I can, something like that.
I was saying that there was one there. It's fine.
I'm gonna stuff one right down Abby's gullet.
Okay. You take out one of the Goodberry granolas out and just do moving her jaw for her.
Masticate.
And eventually, Abby, yes, you do come around with 1 HP.
Abby, what the hell?
They were so hungry. They bit off the hand that fed them. It seems, and I almost faint when I see my
Yeah, the bleeding has stopped, but your arm is a mess.
Oh boy. Are they still? Are the griffins still here?
Yes, they're both. They're kind of on. So as you get closer to them, they're hippogriffs, not griffins.
Mm-hmm.
So they have kind of an eagle front, and the back is more like a horse. So you have horse hooves, long horse tail, the feathers going into that short coat that horses have. One of them kind of going in from these almost golden feathers into a tawny brown coat, and the other one, this kind of like half and half with these white feathers, black tips on them going into this very black matte coat for the horse half. And both of them are just kind of sitting on their back haunches watching all of this happen. And as soon as you almost like sit up and kind of regain consciousness, the one that bit your hand, the one that's tawny and golden, just gets up and lopes up to you and starts like nuzzling next to you with its eagle head.
I'm hesitant at first, but then I'm like, whew, and then I try to pet it a little bit. Don't do it
It nuzzles
again.
closer to you and like starts to move its head lower towards where it saw Henry take the granola bar out of the pouch.
You must be really hungry, huh? You have another one.
Yeah, and this
feel like
time
we
you
might
like
need these.
do the little toss into the mouth instead of holding it out, and it snatches it greedily from the air.
So I'm down
Nuzzles up against you again.
4 berries now. I have 6 left.
And the other one, the black and white, comes up to you as well and just kind of nudges you.
And then I
Nudges
begin like introducing myself once again, and my friends that I beckon over, the ones that are not that close yet.
Mm-hmm.
And I say like, "Hey, nice to meet you."
I will put away my crossbow, but approach with my hand behind my back on my dagger's hilt.
Okay. As you approach, they start circling you, nuzzling, especially Ebby and Henry, because you have fed them. staying close to the two of you and kind of like nudging into you, poking you with the beaks. Food?
I give
very much
I see this, and I give the granola bars. I give 2 of them. Give them to Shah, and to Henry has fed one of them, right? So I give it to Echo, the other one. So and so like, go ahead.
With the rest in each.
Hey.
Well, I guess you can think of it a bit like a bribe.
Yeah.
Fine. And I just kind of very reluctantly just be like,
Put your hand.
Yeah, as you turn your head away, can you make a dex saving throw for me?
oh, come on, really?
Yes, because it's funny.
It's not funny when I die.
It is for me.
Becoming a running
16.
gag.
Yeah, you're fine. As the head comes down and you almost reflectively like let go of the granola bar at the last second and pull your hand away, and it just snatches it from midair before it even has a chance to fall to the ground. And then you get the white and black just swallows it in one bite. Up next to you, starts tapping your shoulder with its beak. More.
I'd like to try to tell them that we need a ride somehow, and I'll also turn back into the Sphinx, and I say to Echo, so that they can see mount me, and then I'll tell Henry and Shah to try to do the same.
Okay. By the way, Abby, if you don't have one right now, take a point of inspiration for getting through that.
Thank you. Can I roll that inspiration to get 12 hit points back?
Nope. They watch you curiously, and especially as you turn back into the Sphinx form, they're not really sure what to make of you. But at this point, they trust you a lot more, especially as you fed them quite a bit at this point. And they both kind of come up to you and just sniff and kind of look you over and circle you a little bit, not in a threatening, like shark circling way, just taking you in and kind of checking you out and seeing what you're about.
I approach Abby, and before jumping on her back, I break the granola bar in 2, and I like throw it to each of the hippogriffs, and then I jump on Abby's back.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. There is. Hold on. Okay. Yep. The tawny one on the left and the black and white on the right, as you kind of toss these out, the black and white almost shoulder checks the tawny and jumps and grabs both halves of the granola bar in one leap. And there's this moment where, yeah, go for it.
I am going to, seeing as they've vanished, I am going to shapeshift into Ebby and attempt to mount the black and white one.
Okay, the black and white one, after it munches happily, the tawny one kind of nips at the back end of the black and white, just kind of, in a very friendly, brotherly, kind of F you kind of way. And as you turn into Ebby, the black and white looks at you, cocks its head, comes over and sniffs you a little bit. Can you make an animal handling check, please? Or a deception check, your choice.
Oh, definitely deception. And plus a D4. Oh, Jesus.
Yep. 5 plus a D4. 1. 6.
How can I boost this? This is the hit dice one.
You can roll a hit dice one, yes. To boost
You still have your inspiration?
Yeah.
Yeah. Or if you have inspiration, you could re-roll it.
I think I'll just do a standard re-roll, and that's...
Okay. So use inspiration, re-roll that.
Yeah. Oh, 19.
18. That's a lot better. These are not intelligent creatures. It just kind of looks at you and is very confused for a moment, and then just kind of shrugs and doesn't fight you as you... Yeah, you smell a little bit different, but you still were part of the group that gave food, and lets you get on its back. So you now are mounted kind of with your legs in front of the wings, and where you can kind of grab into the ruff of feathers on the back of the neck.
Nice.
Know
This
what we
is-
do next?
There's a bit of a shuffling, and you feel the shoulders of this creature, which are, it's hard to tell underneath kind of the coating of feathers on this front end, but the front haunches of this creature are strong and massive. And as it dips its head forward so that you can kind of get a leg up and mount, and bends its front legs and stands back up again, you feel the musculature of this creature moving underneath you. Might be a little intimidating for some of you. These are not small and weak creatures by any means.
I say to Henry, Henry, you should try to get on the other one.
Guy, I feel like this is moving a bit too fast for me.
Seeing what's happening, and almost not wanting to be left out again, the Tane kind of comes up to you, just kind of taps you on the shoulder with its beak.
Good eagle horse thing. I'm gonna try. I will give this one another like piece of meat from my rations, and I will try to mount it.
It greedily devours. Okay.
Good.
Yeah. Seeing the other two first, it lowers its head and lets you on. And then the two of them look expectantly towards Sphinx Ebby.
I say towards everyone, let's go. And I take off into the direction. Wait, actually, when we decided to move to the city, did we already know that it was the mining town? Yeah.
No. You
But
have
we
a good
know that
suspicion
now?
that it is, but that is simply the nearest town. You have not gotten close enough to confirm.
But on our way to, did we decide where we want to go ultimately? To Beacon, right?
So on the last session, your guys' discussion had been to move towards this nearest town, which you suspect might be Asha, or it's just the nearest town in the mountains. You do know
Okay.
West is away from Beacon.
I think Henry wanted to check on his mom, right? I think that was an important objective.
Yes.
Then let's do it. I mean, we are a little bit faster now. We should take off a little bit away from the town, maybe in the outskirts of the forest.
Mhm.
Maybe I'll stay with the griffins and then we take off again.
Yeah,
Because
and
I don't have to check on anyone in the mining town. So
actually same here, and maybe we should also organize some food for the hippogriffs so they remain favorable towards us.
yeah, if they get really cranky, I can charm them. But I'd rather
Nice.
save that spell slot. Yeah, and I'll take off towards the town.
Yeah. Just as a reminder, because it might become relevant, one of the things you can use inspiration for is to up the level of a spell that you're casting, even to a level that you technically don't have a slot for.
I did not know that.
So if you need to charm, I think charm is one that the higher levels affect multiple creatures or people. If you need to use that to upgrade to affect both, you can do that.
That's handy.
So, as Sphinx Ebby takes off with Echo behind, Ebby can work with you a little bit. So, Echo, you do not have to do this. Henry and Shaw, can I have you both make animal handling checks, please?
Oh lordy.
Oh, joy.
You are bareback riding a hippogriff.
Hang on.
I'm just grabbing the neck fur, closing my eyes really hard and going like,
Yep. 17. So again, these are powerful creatures. And as Ebby takes off, they both immediately push off the ground with their strong legs and boom, flap wings hard. And you are accelerating upwards much faster than you expected. Shaw, you have a really good grip into the main kind of coat of the feathers and underfur and
Fully
undercoating
taking
of
on
this
the persona
creature.
of Ebby, you see.
Yes, and you are just hanging on for dear life, but you're able to do it. Henry, it takes off, and you immediately start falling off backwards. Can you make a dexterity saving throw for me, please?
Dex save.
Yes. As the forward momentum and upward momentum
natural
of
one.
this and one takes you completely by surprise, and it just takes off, and there's almost this cartoon moment where the hippogriff is going up, and you're in midair for just a second before. Thankfully, this happens almost immediately on takeoff, so you don't take very much. Yeah, you only take 5 points of fall damage as you just drop to the ground.
Oh, I just realized I'm still at 1 HP.
Yeah,
This was a terrible idea. Ow.
Every idea we
there's
had has been terrible, so...
kind of. There's this moment where the hippogriff, and you're on the Tawny, just circles around again, and comes back down and lands next to you again, and just kind of tilts its head at you like, "What are you doing?"
Don't laugh
And
at me.
taps you on the shoulder again, lowers its head down.
Ah, Jesus. All right. I'll try to get back up again. Why am I doing this? This is a terrible
And
idea.
it looks back at you before it takes off this time, like, "You ready? Are you ready?"
I
And then just goes.
just hold on as much as I can.
The hippogriff
Can I
is
get an
just
animal
like,
handling check?
come on, man, you got this.
Not again.
Don't make us look
Can I
bad.
get an animal handling check again with advantage this time, as the hippogriff's taking a slightly less aggressive takeoff?
This is all wisdom. I don't do well with wisdom. 16.
16, that's enough.
Oh.
Good thing, because the other roll was a 4, and that would have been funny to just have you repeatedly. 16, yes, you managed to hold on this time. As you take off into the air, and very shortly all three of you break over the morning mist that's starting to separate anyways. And you look down as you are now well into the air.
I just think to myself,
All three of you.
how the hell did I get here? I was mining ore 2 days ago.
Isn't this much
Yep.
nicer than being underground?
I don't know yet.
I'm looking forward to getting back to the city.
I tell
Mr.
Echo
Hyde.
to hold on tight, and I'm doing like a corkscrew.
And I'm thoroughly enjoying the ride.
Yeah, Echo, you are having fun with this. Seeing Ebby Sphinx do a corkscrew, the other two hippogriffs are going to
shit.
try to follow suit. They think this is play.
Guys,
I
every
need-
single word you say, watch it.
I told you in session 0, if you said you were doing something, I'm running with it. So from Echo, or not Echo, Ebby and Shaw, not Ebby, fake Ebby, Shaw, and Henry, I need either an animal handling check or I need a strength saving throw.
Well, strength saving throws +0. Animal handling is -1, so I go with strength.
Well,
16 again. Woo.
I get to roll the
16, not bad.
D4, so and my strength is +1, so it's going to equal the same and possibly more. So let's go for the
Only one for dear life. Uh-oh.
6.
Okay, 6. Dexterity, or no, we'll do it for... Okay, good thing. So, here's what happens. You die. The Tawny goes first. The more playful of the two. And just, boom, immediate, fast corkscrew. And you did strength saving throw. So, Henry, you just hold on for dear life, clutching at the sides and neck ruff of this hippogriff. And as it comes steady again, everything in your body is tense as the world has turned upside down and right side up again before you even really knew what was happening.
I do my
Speaking
best
of not knowing-
Eagle impression.
Mm-hmm.
My
Shaw,
saddles.
you really do. Shaw, as you suddenly start turning upside down, you're black and white, not wanting to be outdone by its friend. You lose your grip and start to fall as it's upside down. And the hippogriff, kind of feeling you move and wanting to show off even a little bit further, banks even tighter into the corkscrew to get under you to catch you as you start to fall again. So you are almost like spread cat land on the back of this creature.
When do we get back to solid ground?
What? As the rocky, brushy, grassy terrain is traveling below you much faster than you could have walked. You do see the dot of whatever town is to the west of you slowly growing faster. And what would be a half day's travel as this bright, sunny mountain day continues, only takes a couple of hours before you see that you are indeed heading towards Asha Mining Company. And you're... Go ahead.
I'm looking for a clearing, so we can, like a clearing in the woods.
There's no woods.
Like a grove.
There's not woods this high up in the mountains.
Okay.
It's a lot of brushland and just rocky terrain. If I mentioned trees last time, we'll say that it started to become less and less trees as you moved west. Correcting mistakes. But there are places that you could land. If somebody's watching from the town, they'll see you. You're three rather large creatures in the air. But you could land at a distance away behind a rise or an outcropping that wouldn't raise suspicion necessarily.
Yeah, let's do that.
Okay. So you find a space. I'm not going to make you roll perception checks for this. Behind kind of a rise and outcropping that you could land and be out of view of both the main road and the town. That would probably still be a good couple kilometers, so a 20-30 minute walk outside of the town itself, where you can park the griffin, park the hippogriffs.
I think I might have to stay with them, otherwise they'll be gone, right?
These are wild animals. They like you well enough because you were feeding them this morning. They are still wild animals.
Okay. Yeah, I don't want to tie them to a rope or anything, so I might just stay here. I mean, if the plan is true to check on the others, then they might not need that long anyways.
I might go and quickly take care of some business. I only need half an hour.
Yeah, as I jump off the griffin, I'm like shaking.
It was fun, wasn't it?
Yeah. It was as fun as hitting my head against a wall.
Wait, when you're doing some shopping in the town, can you bring me some iodine and some bandages?
Cyanide? Sure, I can do that.
I turn to Abby and I thank her for the ride.
Yeah, you're welcome. No problem.
By now we know
Abby,
it's not the mining town, is it?
it is the mining town.
Oh,
it is Asha Mining Company.
Shit.
It is your home.
Guys, I need to go. I need to see my mother. And I kind of run off.
Great.
Should we, I kind of shout after Henry, should we maybe kind of make a plan or something?
Back here in an hour.
I kind of stop in my tracks and turn around Okay, let's think about this. I don't know what to do. I need to get my mother out of here.
Get it out
Yeah,
of here.
I don't know what to do with your mother, but I'm sure that we can't just get her out of here. Asha will have, seen to it that she's probably either captured or somebody's watching her, something like that.
Those are speculations.
True.
Peter.
But we have bird horses. Can't we just like get her out of here or something.
Peter,
Shaw, you had a question?
I
Yes.
don't know.
the organization I sort of
Yes.
work with, do
Mhm.
they have anything like safe houses?
Yes.
Well, Henry.
Whether there is one specifically in Asha, you
Yeah.
don't know.
Henry, I could leave a note that could mean that your mother might be put somewhere safer, but I don't exactly know the details.
Remember, your organization is. How shall I put this? The organization that you work for is more about tipping off others to act rather than acting directly yourselves.
Yeah. Someone might say, there's a woman in danger. Maybe you could offer her a space to stay, kind of thing. But it's all a bit vague, I'm afraid, Henry.
Well, look, Shah, I appreciate the sentiment, but the issue here is I don't even know what state my mother is in right now. That's why I need to see her. First of all, I need to talk to her.
Henry, I think I should come with you in case there's gonna be some trouble.
Yeah, that would be nice. Thank you. Can we go?
Sure. When should we meet? And where should we meet?
Well, here.
Okay.
I'm gonna stay here.
Do you
I'll
need
be
some
back
food?
here in an hour.
Should I also? Okay, 1 hour. Should I also get some provisions for the hippogriffs? Or food?
It's a 20 to 30 minute walk into town, just away.
Right. Okay.
Yeah, would be good if you
it's
can bring food for the animals.
I'll try to grab some.
Maybe saddles too. I don't know.
That would be handy.
But I doubt they have. I mean, there wouldn't be much different from like a normal horse saddle, right? Their bodies.
A little wider.
I
I think it's more their acceptance of wearing one.
I'm trying to think back to my personal experience with horse riding when I was younger and trying to
Hippogriffs.
adapt that to the anatomy of a hippogriff right now. A regular horse saddle wouldn't work properly.
Okay.
Because where a horse saddle straps is under the midsection, essentially under the stomach, and the way that a aerial mount would have to work, it would need to strap comfortably behind the front legs between the wings, so it would look a little bit more like a dog harness rather than a horse saddle.
Luckily, I'm proficient with leatherworkers tools.
How fast can you make 2 saddles? With
Out
what
of nothing.
material?
Not very fast. With material, maybe over a long rest, maybe 2.
Yeah.
I don't know. Anyways, food would be good.
Before we go, should we try to be inconspicuous, like wear some cloaks or something to at least do a little bit of a camouflage?
Conspicuous is my middle name.
Oh, I didn't know that. Shah inconspicuous. Oh.
It was a joke.
I know.
Okay. I didn't know that either. I make camp here. I produce a flame and I sit down. And I druid craft some bushes to make a bed. Or some leaves.
I don't really have anything to wear, which would make me look inconspicuous. So I suggest let's
You're
just...
also a Goliath.
Yeah, exactly.
Can I use my disguise kit on someone else?
Absolutely.
I've never been particularly clear how they work, but
Essentially, it would give you proficiency when doing some sort of check to create a disguise, assuming you have some sort of material to do it, which if you have kit, you do. But essentially, it's like a makeup and a visual effects kit.
are orcs common in this area?
Half-orcs would be not unheard of. They're not the most common. You've seen a few around the mining town, but not a lot. But they exist. They're a thing.
Bit of green face paint.
Could definitely try.
Could do the job.
Yeah, this is
If you're okay with
no
that.
green facing.
You don't look very
Yeah,
impressed by this
make
statement.
Let's see, what type of roll shall this be? Make a dexterity check with proficiency, please.
I already have it with proficiency anyway, so.
It could be like performance, like because it's like painting art.
Yeah, but I want it to be a dexterity based, not charisma
Oh, hang on. And
based. You can't charm makeup into place. And add your d4 because this is an ability check. 18. You get done, and Echo looks pretty well like a half-orc. Like a half-orc with the ombre hair and the ponytail in the back, but a half-orc nonetheless. You even managed to kind of fashion some fake tusks to kind of complete the look a little bit. They're a little awkward for you to talk, Echo, but looks a spitting image of a half-orc.
have I ever met
half-orc smash?
Have I ever met any other half-orcs apart from this one?
You've seen a few here and there, yeah.
I was like, well, I tell you what, Henry. Not Henry, I tell you about Echo. How about I be your wife?
Sounds good.
Getting weird.
If you think that's gonna make us look more inconspicuous, then go for it.
Hiding in plain sight. It worked last time.
Okay. Henry, what if anything are you doing to change your appearance?
Do you have like a fake beard in there or something?
Probably.
Good fashion one. Make another disguise kit check, same as last time.
Here we go.
17 plus a d4.
19.
19.
Oh.
19. Yeah, you managed to kind of take a look at Henry a little bit. It's a very youthful appearance, and you managed to, with a little bit of penciling and some makeup and a fashioned fake beard, suddenly looks about 20 years older. Gone from this fresh-faced teenager-ish human to suddenly he looks very middle-aged and a little bit more worn and a little bit more world-weary. Just all in the face.
Does he have a goatee?
Marvelous. You both look
Yeah, what type of beard do you give him? What's the look?
I like it's like a brown salt and pepper kind of.
Okay.
Brown.
I have
gray.
black
Actually,
hair.
a bit like Luke's
hair.
beard, probably.
Okay. So a bit like Luke's beard, but with black hair instead and a little bit of the salt and pepperine in it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, this is in the future, eh?
Now, just bear in mind, trust me as a person of disguise, when you meet your mother, you may have to explain a few things.
Ain't that the truth?
Well, she'll recognize his voice.
Well,
So,
probably.
so yeah, you head off towards town. A half-orc man and wife, as well as middle-aged Henry. About 20 minutes, that final winding path through the gray rise of the mountain range here. You start to hear the noise of the mining company. Just bits of horse carts here and there, some voices. It's not particularly busy mid-morning. Most people are in the town center or in the mine at this point. You do spot on the road the mining company itself, the town itself is not walled in. Only the main manor of the Ashas themselves and the mine have walls around them. But you do see on the path ahead of you, about 150 yards ahead as you come around a bend, around some rocks, is two dwarven guards that are just standing by the road. You know that this is not entirely uncommon to have the roads watched, just so they can keep track of who's coming and going. It's not so much for invasion, it's just watching for like market people coming in, et cetera, et cetera.
Is it common for visitors to come there and strangers?
Visitors are rare. People only generally come if they have business in the town. So shipment deliveries will come for the company store pretty regularly. Occasionally, outside merchants will come in. Those are rare and tend to be invited especially. New workers, like yourself and Ebby, will come in, but they're usually part of groups. Occasionally will come in as individuals, but usually part of groups. You don't get many tourists out here. There's not a lot of traveling through because there's nothing through to go to unless you're the odd. Occasionally, very, very rarely, archaeologists or researchers will head deeper into the mountains and use Asha as a jumping off point. That's very rare.
I see the guards and I turn to Henry and say, okay, we should probably think of an excuse for why we're coming to Asha.
Would people visiting other people be something that happens? Just like relatives?
No.
We're just prospective new workers. Seems the easiest.
Yeah, that would have been my other idea.
Yeah, relatives are rare because people will generally come as families, generally speaking.
Like distant relatives. It's not that's very common.
Yeah, third cousins twice removed are not going to be visiting out here. It's really out of the way. Like I said last week, it's 2 weeks of hard travel from the metropolitan center. The biggest other city, there are scattered towns here and there, would be Hearthfire down in the, blanking on the name of the woods south of the Grey Rise. But that's another week out.
The dwarven guards, are they on the street where my mother also lives?
Yes, more or less, because you're approaching from the east-southeast, and that is the side of the town where most of the row houses are. So you're more or less heading towards the row houses and a lot of the living area.
Would they see us entering his mother's row house, or are we too far?
No.
Are they too far away from it?
No, not necessarily.
Okay, then it doesn't really matter.
All right, let's try to do this as inconspicuously as we can.
Okay. So, as you come up to Asha Mining Town and these two dwarven guards. Oh! What you doing?
Hello.
Just looking for work.
Yeah, we just new people, trying to find our luck in the mines.
Right?
What?
You didn't see anybody else traveling on the road, did ya?
No.
Oh, yeah.
It's quiet.
Huh. Okay. If you're looking for work, you need to go to the... first of all, make a deception check.
Can Sean make the deception check?
What is a deception check?
Whoever spoke first, that would be Echo.
Yeah.
You can do it with advantage, though, because they all seconded you.
Okay.
Do I do a separate one, or do I give him advantage?
Nope, we're just going off of Echo.
Pretty good.
Ooh,
18! Plus 0 and pulled an 18. It's nicely done.
double 18.
Yeah, so look here. Hey, you look strong. You look a little old, though, looking over at Henry. Sure you can handle the mine?
Oh, it's not my first time, I've done this before. I have like the pickaxe over my shoulder, stuff like that.
Where?
Oh, you wouldn't know. It's really far away.
Whatever. Northeast. There's main office for the mine. Sign in there. They'll sort you out. Good luck.
Thank you.
Thanks,
Try not to
lads.
die in there.
Good day to you, eh?
Yeah, whatever.
I kind of smirk while walking away.
Great. So yeah, you walk in, and as you come up this last stretch of road, you're kind of into the southeast part of the city, where the row houses and kind of some of the more a few warehouses, storage sheds. Mostly, it's row houses here. And yeah, are all of you heading towards Henry's house, or?
Just a sec. Before
Mhm.
before we get really into the immediate vicinity of the house, I would like to look around in the surroundings of the particular house to see if I can find anyone suspicious.
Make a perception check.
Particularly looking at the house and stuff like that.
Yeah, make a perception check.
Specialty.
Actually, all three of you, perception checks, please.
Sure.
Oh, 16. Wow, I'm rolling not bad.
16, 20. 13. 22 for Shaw. Jesus, guys. Good rolls. Yeah, because you talked about it beforehand, all three of you kind of have this eye out for people that might be watching. And as you approach your house, Henry, you notice that the house across from your house just has the blinds on the first floor just drawn slightly. Shaw, you notice a pair of eyes kind of looking through that, and as they see you approaching and see you all kind of looking in that direction, just kind of casually, as if somebody was just glancing out the window, move out of the window and sit back down again. But there's definitely somebody with eyes on the road.
Could Shaw tell whether it's a female or a male?
It was very brief.
You go and take care of business. I'm gonna go and... Is it like an alley or something next to the house?
No, the row houses are built pretty much right on top of each other.
I'll just find like a shadowy place and kind of just lurk in that shadowy place.
Hang on, Shaw. We are being watched, aren't we?
I know, which is why I want to get out of their view and be aware if they emerge from watching us.
Should we try to ambush them?
No.
Try to take them out?
No. Because it could be an innocent. Who knows? But let's keep an eye
I don't
on
mean
it.
like kill taking out, like just, knock them out.
They're inside the house, right?
Yeah.
The opposite house.
The opposite house?
The opposite house
Yeah.
of...
So it's
my-
across the street looking in.
Upstairs or downstairs?
Downstairs.
They've seen us, right?
Yeah.
I mean, I think it's definitely... Sorry.
You are a group that is hard to miss. You have two
Yeah.
half-orcs.
Yeah, true.
Could just whilst Henry goes, just literally go and knock on the front door. It's like, hey, couldn't help but see you looking out the window there. Can you tell us how to find the mine? Just to throw them off guard.
I think the best idea would be
Bad
for
idea.
one of us to stay behind, like Shaw, and then stay in the shadows and keep an eye out for them, and for Henry and me to just go into the row house and check on your mom.
I don't know. What if Domal doesn't like me talking to my mother, and this could get her into bigger trouble?
Oh.
Would you rather know
Likely.
or not know?
Make an intelligence check, please.
Who?
Shaw.
Oh. This is actually a check, yeah?
Yep, just a straight up check.
Ugh.
8.
My-
Good to know.
Finally get to use one of my best abilities and it backfires.
You know if there's any kind of back entrance to the house?
No, there's not.
Like a window or something that I could knock on or something like that?
A window, yeah, you could probably do. There's not a proper entrance.
Okay, then, okay, guys, and there's a window in the back. We could just walk away, pretend like nothing's happening, and I will sneak up on the back, knock on the window, and try to talk to you.
Good idea. Let's pass the house as if we're not interested in it at all. And then
Yeah, we're new. We don't know where we're
Okay,
going.
and then
right,
where
Right.
you go round, I'll lurk on the side in the corner, but not
Okay.
around the back, looking around the front. Keep
Okay,
going.
Alright.
so you're staying with eyes on the main street, correct, Shaw?
Yep.
Okay.
And I'll do a big loop around, so it's not very suspicious. And when I
You hit-
have a sight for the guy in the house and the guards, I will try to go back to the back of my house.
As you three move on and just keep walking towards the end of the street, you make a turn. It's not really a proper alley. It's mostly just a gap between in the back of the row houses before the houses on the other street start. It's not paved. It's not traveled. It's just the backs of houses. You count the houses down, eventually find yours, and do you just knock on the window, or?
Yeah, just silently, like,
Okay. Knock on the window, and there's a couple beats before the window, the blinds open, and a face looks down that you've seen before. It's a half-elf man that works different shift from you, but shares your house. His name is Nate, and as he looks down, kind of opens the window. Who are you?
Nate, it's me, Henry. And I kind of,
That's a good joke. Henry's way younger. The beard's stuck on. There's no
Oh.
elastic band that you can pull off.
come on, it's me.
Henry's like 18.
No, he's like 22, but
Tell me something only Henry would know.
My canary's name is Boba. Do you know my canary's name?
Why the hell are you on the back of the house?
Quiet, I need to. Is Matilda in?
No, she's out shopping right now.
Fuck. Have you seen anything?
And she'll be back in a bit if you want to wait. She usually is back in another half hour or so.
Oh, yeah.
Wait, aren't you supposed to be on shift right now? Where have you been?
Long story. Do I need do I know a place, Pete, that my mother knows where I could meet, where I could leave him a message to tell her to go or something like that, where I could meet her? That's a bit off the beaten path.
I mean, most of the places that you would have all gone socially would be the company store or other people's houses. There's not a lot else for the miners to do. I mean, you could outside of town. There might be a few places where you would have gone on the rare days off, maybe foraging or went for picnics or something.
Or some
you could do a place outside of town, inside of town.
Yeah, that's not like a place that's not too well traveled, not too suspicious that we would both know of. I could tell.
I turn to Henry and I suggest, why don't we just intercept her at the community store?
This is a very public place, that's the issue.
True, but maybe that's even more unsuspicious because it's a public space. I don't know.
Yeah, it's a good point.
Nate puts his head out the window. Who are you?
I'm Echo. I know I look like an half orc, but
when did you become a half orc?
Long story. I'll tell you another time.
You all have the longest stories. I'm looking forward to this.
I'm so proud of
I'll tell you one day.
Wait, anyways, if you want to just, I mean, she's at the company store. You can just go there, or you can wait here. She'll be back fairly soon.
Yeah, that's a great idea. I'll be back later. You, yeah. Take care, Nate.
Okay. Are you gonna
have you
come
seen
through the window again, or?
Maybe. It's a long story. Don't worry about it. Have you seen
stories?
Have you seen my bird?
Boba?
Yeah.
Not with you?
No?
No?
Oh, fuck. Anyway, mate, thanks for your help. I'll see you later, eh?
Sure. Go. Just kind of looks after you and slowly closes the window. Closes the blinds.
Oh, no, it was unsuspicious, was it?
Yeah, kind of.
Let's.
How about we head to the community store? I need to go there anyway to fetch some food for the hippogriffs.
Yes, that's a good idea.
Okay.
Go.
I might stay.
Shaw,
where I
what are
am.
you doing during this?
I'm going to stay where I am.
Okay.
But I might actually say.
Can I?
I just want to say. Actually, no, it's fine. Yeah, stay where I am.
Can I have you make a stealth check, as you are now a lording large half-orc woman that nobody recognizes?
Actually, I mean,
Just act confused.
I could transform back into my generic self. Who also no one knows what that actually is, because I've been masquerading as someone else the whole time I've been here. So I might actually transform back into my generic self first. It's just an action. So.
What does your generic self look like?
Like my picture. This is kind of the concept with the mask. Like, the mask is conceptually what transforms. So when I'm myself, it's kind of a blank face, basically.
Okay. So it's just kind of one of those faces that if people see and then immediately forget.
Kind of, yeah. Something like that.
Okay.
So
You can do that. I would still like a stealth check,
Yep.
please. Hell, you can make it a charisma check. Just acting natural as you're loitering for a significant amount of time here.
Stealth is like my best ability, so I'm going to go with that one.
Don't jinx it.
Sure. 21 for acting naturally. Well done. So you just lean against the corner of one of the houses and just chill there. As we
keeping an eye on the building
Echo
opposite.
and
Keeping an eye on the building opposite.
of course, I'd assume so. As Echo and Henry head towards the company store to get foods, possibly intercept Matilda, other such shenanigans. Eddie,
Yes, that's
We come to you.
unexpected.
what's a bit? You're there with 2 wild hippogriffs. Yeah, we're gonna check in on you. As the others leave, the 2 hippogriffs kind of look after them, look to you, look after them, look to you, wondering who to follow, and eventually kind of focus back on you again. So you're the originator of all these shenanigans, and come up to you, start poking you on the shoulder with their beaks, expectantly watching.
But are they not satiated from the berry?
So Goodberry will sate the hunger of a person, a medium-sized creature.
That
These are
makes sense.
large-sized monstrosities.
However, they are already at 2 today each.
They seem to be perfectly happy to take more.
All right, okay. I have 4 more, so I'll feed one of them. I throw it on the ground, and then give them 1 each. Sorry, my cat is very obnoxious.
No worries. As they grab 1 each and then come up, nuzzle next to you again, and they each kind of do, not like the dog through circle thing, but they like come up, nuzzle up next to you, and they're kind of in a food coma at the moment as these now 3 good berries, even though they are, and they just kind of go under this outcropping that you've landed by and just boom, lay down.
Yeah, I'll do the same. I'll rest a little bit.
Also,
Okay.
2 rations of mine.
And 2 rations, yeah.
Oh, right,
They've-
I have rations too.
Had more food than they've expected. So go ahead and take a short rest. And we're also going to take a rest. So we will be back in about 10 minutes, so 8:01. And we will see you guys then as we come back to the company store. See you guys in 10 minutes. Bye. Back to Crit Test Dummies. We present episode 5 now of Chronicles of Ghaistala. Our heroes have managed to temporarily, possibly longer, befriend some hippogriffs to quickly get back to awesome mining cooperation. Realized that Matilda and Henry's house is currently under surveillance of some way, shape, or form. And that Matilda, at the very least, Henry's mother, is not captured because she's out shopping at the moment. So Shaw is keeping a watch on the house. So in his half-orc disguise and Henry in his older Henry disguise are heading to the store themselves to try and intercept. So that is where we will pick up. Henry and Echo. As you walk through the streets, it is seemingly just a normal day, as you've seen many, many times before. As you get closer to the company store, there is a larger gathering of people, as there always is. This is kind of functions as the town square, and really the only shopping, socializing area in the town. As you pass by more and more people, Echo, you hear whispers to your passive perception. Increased more than usual of the waking dark, and potentially some attack by this kind of boogeyman entity of the mines the previous evening. In that, there is some discussion over whether no, it wasn't the waking dark. You gotta be kidding. I swear it was. I heard it from my friend. They saw it. That's what caused it. No, didn't. Everyone knows the waking dark eats miners. It doesn't cause cave-ins. And this type of back and forth. Tales exaggerating, changing, shifting as they're told, but gathering that something happened last night in the mines. As you approach the company store itself, you do see Matilda. Describe your mother for us, Henry. I don't think you've done that yet. What does Matilda look like? You're muted, my dear.
Yes, I noticed. Yeah, she looks like a small, relatively thin, unassuming woman with curly black hair. And she usually keeps a friendly face, but you can see in her eyes a bit of sadness, usually. A little bit of a hide the pain smile, if you know what I mean.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
Yeah.
As Matilda exits the company store, you see her call back. Thank you, Winnie. And starts walking, hands with a basket of some cheap but decent produce and food for the day. You see a couple potatoes, a little bit of sausage even. She leaves the store.
I walk right towards her and I bump into her.
Mm-hmm.
And I quickly whisper, "It's me, Henry. Meet me behind the house at the window." And then I say loudly, "Hey, where you going?"
What? Huh? And she just puts her head back down and keeps walking.
All right.
She kind of looks back. You see her kind of look back towards you a couple of times as she's doing so.
And yeah, I continue going towards the store.
Mm-hmm.
And I give Echo a sign to follow me because I want to give a quick check on Winnie.
Mm-hmm.
I follow him inside the store, and I look for some food that we could feed the hippogriffs.
Absolutely.
Yeah, specifically some big haunch of meat or something, like dried meat.
Okay.
That would be pretty expensive, but yeah, that's what I'm looking for.
We're rolling in cash right now, aren't we?
So as the two of you enter, the company store is fairly busy right now. You see Winnie, her kind of oddly dog-like with this mix of the rounded features of her gnomish heritage mixed with kind of the more animalistic aspects of the kobold heritage. As she is smiling and darting back and forth in her lovely flowered apron that she has on right now. It's a kind of her usual leather apron because think it's what she does, but it's these little flowers stitched into it here and there. She jumps off of one stool behind the counter and runs up to another one, jumps back on it to help the next customer. And you see Charlie, the other main shopkeep, the blue dragonborn, helping people more out on the floor find what they need among the racks of clothing and food and supplies and pickaxes and dynamite and everything else that a household and miner needs to function both at home and on the job.
Business as usual, it looks like.
Business as usual. This is one of the busier times of day. Your guys are getting towards 10, 11. So those that are not on shift right now are those that are just stay at home for whatever reason by injury, or they have other duties in the camp. This is the time a lot of them come in to get supplies. So it's a fairly busy time of day.
All right. Okay, Echo, let's make this quick so we can get back.
Yeah, you go talk to Winnie. I look for some food.
All right.
Okay, let's start with Winnie. So Henry, as you kind of make your way up and get towards the front counter, you see Winnie jump off one of the crates and runs over to help somebody else that's buying some, looks like little bits for dinner, some mushrooms and potatoes mostly, and looks over towards you. One moment, sir, and helps that person. Once they're done, she kind of puts her ledger back down after marking whatever debt or payment that person just made. Runs back up to you. Hello, sir. You look like someone I know. What can I do for you?
Hello. Yeah, I'm new around here. Where can we find some food, like some meat and stuff like that?
There. And she points over towards kind of as her left, and as you enter to the right is just all the shelves of food. It's a lot of tinned food, a lot of things kind of wrapped in boxes or salted type of things. So some fresh produce, mostly produce that keeps. There's baskets of potatoes, baskets of turnips and carrots. Not so much fruit, though there's a few here and there.
Oh, all right. Are you doing all right?
Yes? Should I not be?
Sorry, I asked. It's nothing.
Are you doing all right?
Oh, wonderful. Wonderful.
Okay, well, the food's over there. Please feel free to grab whatever you like, and I'll check you out. Do you have an account with us already? Or do you have the money to pay in cash?
I'll pay cash.
Okay. Oh, really? Really? Okay.
I have a little bit saved up, find some Paragite or how it's called,
You found
already
Paragite.
told you, I'm
have...
sorry.
Oh, darn. That's worth asking. Oh, I'll find whatever you need, and I'll be happy to take care of you.
Yeah, thank you.
Mm-hmm. Next, and jumps off of her crate and runs over towards another person on the counter that has put up a new pickaxe and shovel, and like, you broke another one? And hear this conversation trail off as you turn
sorry,
towards
I
the food.
completely forgot. When I asked her if she's all right, I wanted to do an insight check.
Make an insight check. I'll give you your I'll give you your passive insight on that.
Oh,
that's a good thing I did. She seems fine. She was genuinely confused why a person she's never met before mid-conversation asked her how she's doing.
Okay, I'll go back to Echo, who's probably at the meat.
Mm-hmm. The meat's not a huge selection. There are small barrels of like dried and salted meats. Some wild game that's been salted, like there's some venison, some wild boar. There's no fish really to be seen. There is, and you note that it's quite a bit pricier, some like beef jerky that's been brought in, and there is a few bits here and there wrapped up in like butcher's paper type type of material or time period. Yeah, fuck, I said it. It's butcher's paper. They have butcher's paper here now. Bits of like sausage or other cuts of fresher meat. There are a few livestock things nearby, but not much.
I grab a little bit of the venison and of the boar, and as Henry approaches, I'm like, I think these will probably do. They should suit their taste.
Yeah, sounds good enough.
And then I whisper, how did it go with Winnie?
Everything seems normal. I don't think she knows anything, and I think we should keep it that way.
Did you warn her?
I'm not sure if I should. It's probably better if she doesn't know anything.
Maybe, if you say so.
I'm just making up as I go along. I've never been in a situation like this.
Same here. But you're the older brother, so I'll go with whatever you think is best.
That might be a mistake.
All right, shall we head back to see your mom?
Yes, listen.
I gotta pay for those first.
Okay. So you bring up the two little mini barrels of salted pork and salted venison with apparently banjo player in the background somewhere. Charlie's over helping somebody else that's kind of like picking away at a banjo considering it. You bring them up and Winnie, yes, right there, and hops off her crate after finishing with the customer that needed the new pickaxe and shovel, and runs up to you and says, "A whole barrel each of these, yes?"
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, that would be 15 copper, 1.5 silver each, 3 silver total.
All right. Do I have some money on me as well, or?
Your money was not taken off of you, so if you have money in your inventory, you still have it.
I don't think I have enough to pay, actually. But Henry should.
Do you have an account here? We can just add it to your account. That's okay.
It's all right. He's with me. I'll take care of it.
Oh, you again. Oh, you're together. I hope you found what you needed. Yes, 3 silver, please.
Yeah. There you go.
And
Thanks,
let
buddy.
me know if you ever find more paragite. I'm sure we can make a deal.
I'm sure I will.
Thank you. Next. And she jumps off of her crate and she's off.
All right. Okay, let's go back, huh?
Yes, let's go back.
You make your way, 2 small barrels under your arms. Just like little kegs of salted meat. And eventually make your way back towards the house. Can I have each of you make perception checks, please? Shaw, you can actually make one of these as well. 5 for Echo. You don't hear none. 11 for Shaw, plus a d4. 4, so that's 15. And a 7 for Henry. Henry and Echo. You hear a few more of the kind of bantered rumors flying back and forth of the waking dark, and just that there's, something happened, but Shaw. One word catches your ear as a couple of what looks to be kind of more middle-aged, probably miners, are walking by you on some business of their own. Glad Olivia wasn't hurt. And hope Jasper will be okay.
Noted.
So, meat in hand, rumors in mind, you make your way back behind the house again. There is nobody there.
I check the window.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Like you knock on it again. Shaw, as you're doing your watch, you do see Matilda come back and enter the house. So it's not like she got waylaid.
Yep.
Yeah, so you knock on the window again. There's a moment, and then a moment. Then the blinds open, window open. Nate pokes his head back out again. Oh, you're back. She's here now. Do you want me to get her?
Oh, yeah, thank you. And please, Nate, don't mention this to anyone, will you?
Okay.
Thanks, mate. Nate. Whatever.
Sorry. I am so sorry. Tilda! And he just walks off. The dice wanted it. What can I say? A few moments pass, and Matilda, your mom, pokes her head out the window. You again. Henry. I know. Explain?
Yeah. How have you been doing?
I'm fine. What happened?
Oh, it's
You didn't come home last night. I assumed you were with Echo, but you should be on shift right now.
I was.
And I wave at her from the side.
Is that?
That's him.
Hi, Echo. I'm happy you're safe. What's happening?
Well, safe might be a bit of a stretch. To make a long story short, we kind of got into a little bit of a shit, as they say.
Oh, no.
I don't know how to...
And the just worry comes across her face.
I don't know where to start.
Is this... Do I need to know?
I don't know. It's... You are in danger. And it's kind of my fault. Our fault.
I nod.
1 second.
As she takes a moment to consider this.
Is there... Can we get you out of here somehow? Do you know?
To go where?
Just leave.
To go where?
I don't know, anywhere but here. I don't know how much I should tell you. I don't know how much you even want to know. If you want
I want to know that you're okay.
I don't know, to be honest. Everything has changed. And
How do you mean?
I kind of start telling her what happened to us kind of broadly. That we tried to help Olivier with the
That explains something.
union, blah, blah, blah. And yeah, and I tell her about the actual... I don't actually tell her about the fight with the big bad guy himself.
Mm-hmm.
I don't want to worry her too much. I'm just telling her basically that we are in trouble and we were kind of forced into doing a bad thing for the big guy.
What are you doing now? Do you tell her about your current to go to Beacon to get this professor?
Well, right now, I just rode a horse eagle thing.
I'm sorry, what?
Yeah, that was pretty much the exact same reaction I had. As an example of how weird things have gone, you know?
Well, you're certainly having the adventures you always wanted to have.
Yeah, now that I have them, I'm not so sure about that, to be honest. Anyway,
Welcome to growing up.
I was thinking if perhaps we could get you out of here. There might be someone in Beacon that could protect you.
Maybe. If they're watching me, they're gonna notice I'm gone.
Yeah.
I interrupt and I kind of add, we should also think about Winnie and Olivier. If we take your mom away now, they're gonna be in a lot of shit.
The Ashas are not nice people, honey.
I know that. Trust me, I do know that. But I don't know what to do. What can I do?
Your best. That's all I could ever ask of you. As I've said before, your mom's not a stupid woman. She's survived in a pretty harsh environment. If they haven't hurt me yet, they have no reason to. Not immediately. So, do what you can. I trust you. And if worse comes to worse, just get back before that time is up and get your old mother out of here.
I nod.
I will do my best. I promise you.
All I ever ask of you, honey.
By the way, you should take my money. I don't need it.
Are you sure you don't need it? It's a big world out there.
I'll be fine. I have company, and I think if worse comes to worse, you should at least try to get away somehow, you know?
She nods in understanding.
And I think this will
Okay.
help you.
How much do you give her? As the roaming banjo player just goes down the street again.
I'm sorry. It's like I'm sitting here in the living room, and there's my whole family walking around.
Fine.
In the background. It's like a gypsy camp around here. Anyway.
How much money you're giving her?
I will give her 3 gold, 1 silver, and 5 copper.
How much money do you have?
That's all my money.
Where did you get all? Never mind. I don't think I want to know. Now.
Nothing illegal.
Go.
It helps.
Have your adventure. Take care of yourself. Echo, you take care of him. You hear me?
I promise we'll make things right, Matilda.
Trust you will. Yeah.
Love you, Ma. Careful. Hey. Oh, by the way, have you seen Boba?
No, I haven't. I thought it was with you.
I think he finally flew off, to be honest.
Oh, good for her.
Couldn't blame her.
Yeah.
For what we've been through lately. Anyway.
Now. And she leans out and gives you a big old hug and a big old kiss on the forehead. I love you, son.
Love you too, Ma.
Now, get.
All right.
May I suggest we take a back route, if possible,
Yeah.
instead of going down the main street?
I look around again and see if there's was anyone weird around.
Mhm.
I mean, we
Sounds
didn't
good.
do anything against Domo Asha's rules, I guess. But safe is safe.
Okay. So you all head back out of town. Is there anything else you wish to do in town?
I would like to leave a note at a drop, just very quickly.
Okay. Yeah, your usual drop in the garden house. Be quite far away to get to, but you can go
Yeah.
there.
No, I'll leave it then.
Okay. You would probably have other ways. What other ways would you have to leave messages?
I always like the concept of ads in newspapers, but that takes too much time. I'll just leave it this time. I have other ideas, but I think it would involve too much time. So let's leave it for now. That's fine.
So you leave off and head out of town, back towards the hippogriffs and your waiting friend Abby. About 20 minutes winding down the mountain path, sage and brush on either side. The gray rise on your left, going to its highest peaks. Walking away, Henry from the only home you've ever known. Echo from the home you've known for the past decade, most of your life. So you come around the bend and see Ebby snoozing on top of two hippogriffs.
Wake up.
Oh, you're back. Did you warn everyone?
Kind of.
Kind
Not
of.
really.
So, how did Olivier, Winnie, and your mother take it?
Now that
Well-
reminds me. I heard something.
I thought it best to not tell Winnie. I thought the less she
Why?
the less she knew, the better. That's what I thought.
Wasn't the point to warn everyone? They're all in danger.
Which reminds me. What were the exact words I heard again?
I forget what it said exactly.
Olivier is
The gist
safe?
was, Olivier was safe,
Yeah.
and Jasper was injured somehow. You don't know how, and that they're hoping he recovers.
So,
Jasper, as a reminder, they had a group of 4. Olivia was the head. Jasper was a red tiefling, and also likely the source of the finger in a box that you guys found with your most recent instructions.
connecting 2 and 2 together, Jasper was injured, and I think we might have seen how. Secondly, I overheard Olivia is safe.
I mean,
How? I don't know, but maybe we should trust that she can take care of herself for the time being.
yeah, but they're all gonna die, and they don't know what's coming for them, right? I mean, in case we don't deliver. I thought that was the reason we all came this way and not the other way to Beacon, to be honest. But that's all right.
I kind of looked to the ground a little bit ashamed. But I'm like,
The situation is a lot more complicated than I initially thought. I think it's better if we... Fucking hell.
It's okay. We're getting close to wrapping up anyways. It's okay. We can just have banjo in the background. We already have violin. It's okay.
All right. So, yeah, I told my mother most of it. And
Why does your mother deserve to know and the others not? Sorry, I still can't wrap my head around it.
because she's my mother, okay? So,
But Winnie is probably somebody else's relative.
I can
don't know.
trust my mother.
I mean, Olivier, I
don't
could
mean
understand.
that
I mean,
well.
she's
I don't know
doing dangerous
Olivier at
business,
all.
but
Why don't you go and tell them? Anyway,
I was checking the hippogriffs.
And I'm interrupting. At least
Just
we've got
leaving.
some food. And I show,
And at that, both
I
of the
show
hippogriffs
bells.
poke their heads up, kind of from where they had them on their cross front claws.
Oh, I gave them names, by the way. We bonded.
Oh, really?
What are they called?
The tawny one is Nutter Butter, and the black and white one is Oreo.
Oreo, and what's the other one name?
Nutter Butter.
Nutter Butter. Okay.
So
If you didn't already have inspiration, I would give you inspiration for that.
I'll take a second.
I must be missing.
I take it
Y,
instead.
but okay. I don't get the name.
Because I like Nutter Butters and Oreos. No, you're a
I
DM.
know what Nutter Butter is.
What nutter butter is. So.
It's a
You said
cookie, and also not the point.
One of them was tawny and one of them was black and white,
Yeah.
right? Yeah.
One's golden feathers, tawny fur. The other one's white feathers and black fur. Hair, not fur.
Anyway, yeah. What are we doing now? Are we heading to Beacon, or are we gonna spend the night here making camp, or what's the problem? What's the
It's not very
what's
late.
the plan?
What time of day is it anyway?
It's like
At this
noon.
point, it's about noon.
Yeah.
Oh, all right.
let's go.
I think we can still make a bit of way while we have a little bit of day left. A lot of the day left, actually.
I agree.
I give I open my backpack and I give Henry my rope, and it's like, you should tie that a little bit to Nutter Butter, in case you have some trouble
Love it.
again.
Okay, yeah, thank you. That's a good idea.
Mhm.
Perhaps.
Also, remember that you can add hit dice to rolls like that in the future.
Oh yeah.
Mhm.
I keep
New
forgetting
rules.
that.
It's okay. It's a new mechanic.
We also don't have very many hit dice. So
This is true. It is a finite resource.
Well, we have two though, so that's something.
that is a good idea. I do have my own rope. So yeah. Let's
Ooh,
construct
fancy.
some kind of harness.
And
Okay.
see how they react to us roping ourselves to their bodies.
So-
Can I get both of you, Shaw and Henry? I would like animal checks, but you can use your dexterity modifier instead of wisdom if you wish.
Oh.
Can I try to calm them a little bit while they're doing this?
Sure. What do you do to calm them?
I scratch their
As everybody's scratching them. Yeah, you both take advantage for the roll.
So this can be +3.
I'll roll athletics then because it's a +2.
Same thing. Okay.
Probably.
Fine. That is an 8 for Shaw.
Oh, wow.
Add your D4.
12.
Or
Slightly
12
better.
total. Good. And an 18
Oh, no, sorry.
for Henry.
It's +3, so 15.
Oh,
It's
okay.
Dexterity. Yeah.
Yeah, well, yeah. That's great for both of you then.
There you go.
8, 12, 15. Gotta love D&D. Yeah, you've managed to kind of tie this rope around the neck in such a way that it's not going to choke them too hard, so it's a little bit lower, not right up into the windpipe. Kind of secured, and gives you a better place to hold on to, just, in case Abby decides to do more corkscrews.
And which one was I flying on? The butternutter or
Nutter Butter.
Nutter butter?
You're on the tawny, so you're on Nutter Butter.
All right.
I'm on a two-tone.
Oreo.
Just bored.
So, with that, where are you headed? So the main path you're walking that typically goes from Beacon up to here follows the Grey Rise through this kind of valley path eastern for several days before veering southeast and heading into the Darnan Forest. Shaw and Ebby especially know this. You've made this trip recently. After a few more days, you reach the city of Hearthfire, which is the largest city within the Darnan Forest. And then from there, it's about another week-ish, depending on how you're traveling, east to get to the pass in the Protectorate Peaks, the mountain range that goes around Beacon.
Could I
and
have
to
made
Beacon itself.
like a crude map while I was resting? with
Yes, you
them the whole day? I mean, I know it was an hour. Sorry, it just felt like a whole day.
Wait, didn't you say it was only a week's journey to Beacon?
No, it's 2 weeks to Beacon. It is a week to Hearthfire and then another week to Beacon.
But
that wasn't
much do we
as
have?
that was not as the hippogriff flies, right?
Yeah.
That was on foot.
That was as on foot, yes.
And how
So-
much time do we have left again?
4 weeks.
At this point, you have 27 days.
But then it's like 2 weeks to get there and then 2 weeks to go back.
No, it's half the
we
time,
wouldn't
though.
even.
Probably.
Wait a minute. I am smart. SMRT. Yep, I told you 1 week last time. And then on my notes for today, I changed that. So, I am smart. SMRT. So readjust those times. It's about 4 days total from, actually that even makes more sense. It's still morning here. I need more coffee. It's about 4 days total on the regular path from Asha Mining Camp to Hearthfire, and then about another 3 to 4 days from Hearthfire into Beacon.
So with the hippogriffins, we probably think half the time, roughly. Do you think, Abby?
Yeah, now that we have ropes, half should be fine. And I add some little distance legend in the crudely drawn map I made.
So we'll have to stop somewhere tonight before we get to that other town.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, did you bring food?
Yes,
Good.
sir.
Oh,
Yes, ma'am.
The two hippogriffs, after they've been kind of roped, have both been eyeing Echo and the crates that he's been carrying rather closely.
I suggest to keep the food until we
Need it.
take our first break to kind of like positively condition them.
Yeah,
Because
they have been
seem
eating
to
a
be-
lot. Now they need to do a little workout, otherwise they
They're both
heavy.
slowly walking towards Echo right now.
Okay, I kind of like hide the barrels behind my back.
They both start circling around behind you.
I go
I mean-
towards them and say like, no.
Kind of, you see the horsetails kind of down a little bit and the heads drop a little bit.
Later.
All right.
Let's
take
go.
This guy.
Let's go.
Okay. I won't make you all roll animal handling checks again. We're actually, as the three of you take off, two hippogriffs, Oreo and Nutter Butter, and our Sphinx Ebby take off into the afternoon sky of the Grey Rise, heading towards Hearthfire and beyond. That is where we're going to end tonight's session. So, shall see what travel by hippogriff is like.
Yeah,
I will never know.
Considering
Yeah.
I just thought we were rolling animal handling checks and I rolled a 3, that's about as well as it's
That's a good thing I called it. Yeah, bear in mind, these are still wild animals. One morning of food does not a domestication make. So,
What?
what?
This is fantasy.
Right. For the moment, anyways, you have hippogriffs, and you are flying through the sky over the mountains.
Nice.
We'll pick up there in 2 weeks. See you all then. From myself, the rest of the crew here, again, Daylight Productions, Supers and Sorcery. It's the source book for this adventure. It's available on drivethrurpg.com. Go check it out. And stay safe, take care of each other, and tell more stories. Goodbye.
Arrivederci.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Arrivederci.